Hey guys, what's up? It's Aaron with the Detail Code. Do you have a dirty car? Well, reach out to us. We have a few mobile trucks where we can come to you, and we do have a shop as well. So book your appointment at thedetailcode.com. Use the code Lew Sico 23 and receive 10% off. See y'all later.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Lewsr Lew, chilling on the west side of San Antonio in the back of the crib. It's like 90 degrees. It's not boiling anymore, but it's still hot as fuck in South Texas. August 30th, 2023. I don't know if I said that. I might have said it. I might have not.
I don't even remember.
I'm chilling with my boy Joey from Joey's Embroidery.
What up, what up?
We're going to sit here and chat it up for a little bit. I couldn't find a pin. I'm a little disappointed I couldn't find a pin anywhere.
Oh, you got one right up under your deck.
Oh, my God.
There you go, bro.
So it's good, Joey. How you been?
Dude, you know, it's always good, you know, just working 24/7. It's all it is when you're a one-man business, one-man show.
Hey, that's cool, though. That's admirable.
Mm-hmm. Like,
that and you knock those DST files out.
dude.
Like, you knock them out. Like, my job will take, like, 4 days to do it.
Dude, yeah, I mean, like, when you're doing it full-time for a year, like, it's basically been a year as of today. You know, you just keep it going, and, you know, you've seen all the work that I've done, and it's a daily thing. You know, I usually knock out, like, 1-2 new designs a day, and, you know, I don't need to do a challenge, you know, it's work. So
what's the name of your brand? Wait. If they want to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you?
You can get a hold of me. Here, I'll even pull it up to the camera. You can get a hold of me at Joey's Embroidery. I'm going to assume this is the camera right there.
That's what I'm...
And then, you know, business card right there. You on your PC right there. Just QR code it right there. Joey's Embroidery.
There you go.
But, yeah, I started out a year ago. I quit my job, moved back to Texas, hated what I was doing, and then I was like, well, I don't want to box myself in. I don't want to be like Whores R Us or, you know, anime only or anything like that. So I was just like, well, I'm Joey and I embroider. That's what I do. And nobody's going to forget who I am once they know who I am. And I don't box myself in, like I said. And then that gave me the freedom to work on myself, work on my craft, and figure out a real brand to push. So then Texas Till Death is what I figured out.
So that's the name of the brand?
Yeah, that's the name of, like, my premier brand.
Okay.
So, you know, like, I'm still working that out, but, you know, what we talked about in the past, like, that's the kind of the business that here in hopefully 2 to 3 months, it's a business, and, you know, going to business, trying to put in stores, try to find boutiques wherever I can, and outfit those stores with some more stock with that. So got the hat on today for my fall brand that'll be coming out September 1st.
That's the fall line right there, one of them?
Yeah, it's the chrysanthemums. So
you're just dropping that one. That one, have you made that for anyone else? Or?
You know, like, what I'll do is I'll do a little slow start, like, you know, maybe 2 to 3 weeks out from the official season drop, which, you know, that's going to be tomorrow for fall. Then, you know, kind of get some feedback, see if people buy it, because that's the whole idea of me doing, like, pop-ups all the time in San Antonio.
Yeah, you do a lot of pop-ups. Matter of fact, that's how we met, like, Lone Star Market. Shout out Monica and JR.
Shout out, man. It was fucking great, like, meeting you, meeting JR. I already knew Monica, and that was a great scene, a great market, and, you know, I'm always going to give y'all crap. You don't do it enough. And then it's like, we need the next one already, man. But, yeah.
October. August was way too hot. Because the spot we use, there's no AC, so, you know.
Oh, yeah. There's no way, man.
And then September, like, I don't want to work in September. Like, my birthday is the 11th. My birthday is in, like, 12 days, so I don't want to do anything this month.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we could have done it first Friday. You still could have had your birthday month. You know, like, my birthday's on a Sunday, and I'm still gonna be working on a Sunday, man.
I don't know how long I'll be gone.
Yeah, as long as you're having fun, right? You gotta live it up.
But yeah, Yeah, I think we're gonna do Lone Star Market again in October. That's what we were planning on.
I'll be there.
When the weather's a little more manageable.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, you know what you gotta do? Then you gotta double up on November because you know what? December will be too cold, and then you're gonna make the same excuse.
Nah, December should be. Well, I don't know. It's supposed to get cold this year. That's what I heard. That's what I've been reading.
We'll see. It's been hot as shit, man. So.
Well, I mean, this weather's so bipolar. Like, I don't remember it being this fucking like hot when I was younger. You know,
It's never been this hot, man.
and I remember it would get cold or like cool around September.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. And now it don't. It feels like it doesn't get cool until like November.
If
You know,
that,
that's like a
dude.
2-month difference.
Dude, I think there was one Christmas I was out in like shorts and a t-shirt because it was so damn warm,
Yeah.
and then it's crazy, dude. You know, you can't, especially around here, you can't predict it. But I mean, at least we got AC because when I lived in Washington State for a couple of years, back in 2011, it was so hot. And I could not believe that these people don't got AC in their homes.
Well, AC is like a southern thing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So I wanted to figure out why it says, you know where the Robert E. Lee is downtown? It's an apartment building.
No, I'm not familiar.
It's right across from, like, catty corner from the Frost Bank, the new Frost Tower. Anyways, so I always wanted to know, like, why are they advertising air conditioning? I used to shoot at one of the parking garages up there, but they always kick me out now.
Ain't supporting the local artists.
So,
man.
you know, I looked into it, and ends up that we had the very first building with air conditioning, the Milam building. I think that's how it went. I could be wrong. Who knows? Someone should look it up. But I heard that was the first building with air conditioning. Then Robert E. Lee was the first like apartments with AC.
I don't know how they did it before, dude. Around here, hell no.
Actually, I think that's how like us as a species are gonna like how we're gonna disappear. Like it's just gonna get so hot, and we're just gonna keep trying to like we're just gonna keep wasting shit trying to keep cool, and eventually it's just gonna we're just gonna set on fire or some dumb
Dude.
shit.
Yeah, now they're trying to do like offsets and stuff like that. Like they figure out like a science to like try to offset it, but then it makes its own problem. So I don't know. Hey, we're alive today, so
Yeah, man. You know what? It's all right. It's 90 degrees outside instead of 109.
dude. I mean, like I was in Arizona for a year, and it was killer, and it was just as hot, but
Is that
without
a
the humidity.
Is that yeah? I was gonna say, isn't that a little different heat?
Yeah, because it's dry. So like, it was nice because like the summer, yeah, it was just as hot. Like it would hit you. The humidity wasn't nearly as bad, but it was hot because I mean it's just desert, pavement, and just killer during the summer. But I mean, hey, during the fall and the spring, give it to me anytime, man. Like that, it was nice weather out there. You could wear a hoodie a lot longer out there in Arizona than you could here. So.
Yeah, I was tripping today. This lady was wearing a hoodie in my store, and I was just like, "You're not hot." Like,
Because she's in the car for the whole day. She walking in and
what she
walking
said.
out.
That's
real quick.
exactly what she said. She was just like, "Well, I'm in the car all day, so I really don't feel it." And I was like, "Man, even in my car with the tent, I still feel hot."
I get a little cold after a while, but I mean, like blasting for like an hour.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, okay, cool. But I'm happy I don't drive like that anymore.
So, what got you into embroidery?
So initially in college, I went to college for entrepreneurship and business management, but with a concentration in entrepreneurship. And I had to lead a team of like, I think it was like 10 of us, and we had to pick something, right? And we decided on like shirts, like business casual shirts with like a little embroidery. And that kind of got me just knowing about it a little bit, nothing too crazy. And then over the years, I sat on that idea. And then I was in charge of facilities management at Texas State. So then I get to know the fashion people that I was meeting during that project. And then I got to pick the brains some more, still sat on it. And then, then it got to that point where, I wanted to quit my job, come back to Texas, and I had two things. I was like, I want to be an artist, but, when it comes to, like, drawing and painting and all that, that's fun, but I ain't as good as these other people do. They're we got all those homies in San Antonio. They're just, like, way better than me. And that's a whole other medium and everything. So I was like, well, I'm really good at photoshopping, editing, and sitting on a computer and doing that. So you could do embroidery with a computer, and then there's the physical media of it, but, you know, totally different aspect.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like, embroidery's out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I grew up with my mom doing cross stitch and, you know, just doing, like, you know, the single needle. And then I look and see, like I got into it because of hats. Like, I'm a hat fanatic, bro. Like, I shouldn't have as many hats as I have.
No, I'm the same, dude. I got all this long hair and I just hide it up under a hat. So,
so I got into it because of hats. I got, you know, I'm slowly becoming, like, obsessed with this machine. And I don't know why. Like, it's just soothing listening to it. I don't know. Just being able to zone out. Like, you're working on one thing at a time. So it's like just concentrating, putting your energy into one thing. It's cool. Because I have a problem. I start one thing and then I have, like, it's like a hand, you know. Like, I like all these other fucking things I'm trying to do for this one thing. I don't know what my problem is.
I feel you on that. That's why I kind of got into doing it myself too, because, like, screen printing, you know, yeah, you can make one just screen print. That's it, bro. You spend all that time for that? Like, you're going to make like 20 of them, 30 of them.
Yeah.
When it comes to embroidery, you can make one. And then if you don't like it, whatever, that's it. It's done. Especially when you know how fast I could do it. It's just second nature. Like, okay, one and done. Maybe I'll never sell it again. Maybe it sells the first pop-up market that I made it.
I mean, you like, you're unique because you also make your own files for that. And that shit's fucking baller. Like, shout out. I know how it can be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I mean, the software ain't cheap, bro.
Yeah.
It ain't cheap, but finally I'll have it paid off after 1 year, and then I don't have to freaking pay every month for that crap anymore, as far as I understand. So hopefully they don't charge me another $100 a month to do it. But yeah, I mean, that was another reason I was like, I'm getting my money's worth, bro. I'm gonna keep making.
Hell yeah.
And then
Yeah, if you need DST files, hit up Joy's Embroidery.
yeah, any embroidery file. If you need PES files, DST files, all that kind of stuff. And apparently I charge relatively cheaper than other people. So,
Oh, bro, yeah, man, you have a great price. I don't even want to say it because
yeah,
you need to charge more.
It depends on what it is, you know.
There you go.
Yeah, because, you know, some people, I'm like, you know, you're getting charged like $15+. Other people, it's like, you know, it's just text. Okay, that's something else. You know, that's easy. But, you know, some people, man, I'm like, you know, this is like 10 colors and like you want that embroidered, like if they don't know what they're doing, like, you know, because I ain't making it. Like, I don't even put 10 colors on my own stuff. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot. I had one the other day. It was a Virgen de Guadalupe. It was so intricate. Came out super sick on the hat. It was like 13 colors, man. That shit was nuts. I actually had to I had to switch threads 2 times. Like, I had to, like, you know what I mean, cut and switch.
Because you got like what, like eight needles on that one? Or 6?
No, there's 14, but I never move 1 and 2. I never moved the black and the white. Those are always good.
Yeah,
constant.
you always gonna have to put them there. Yeah.
And there's like 6 of them that we don't touch. So no, actually 12 of them we don't touch. Now that I think about it, yeah, there's only like 4 heads that we'll like mess with. But yeah, like yeah, embroidery's a bitch, bro.
Yeah, it took me a while, man. Like, when I first started, you know, technically I did first start in August, like right when I got
so
here.
it literally has been a year.
Yeah, like I quit my job, gave him the notice, and then I moved back August 1st, like August 3rd, whatever. But basically August 1st of 2022. And then I took a month to just kind of get my bearings straight, like go get the machine, you know, learn how it goes. And then I use this really crappy free software that I always tell people don't use it. But some people still want to use it, but it's terrible. And then I wised up, and then, you know, I basically I'm still perfecting my craft, but I just started at flea markets, bro, from like September to December. I was just at flea markets. The business side of things, if you can't make something that Joe Schmo is gonna buy, just passing your stuff, then you don't need to be selling your stuff. Like if you want to be as big as I want to be, then that's what you got to do. You got to meet a general audience and find designs that work. And because like I do sell, like I guess like anime and horror stuff that's recognizable that people already know.
Yeah, that's the bread and butter.
But you can't build a business off of that.
Yeah.
I can't be selling Jason mask and so Texas Till Death is something I found throughout that process. For instance, finding original designs that still sell to Joe Schmo at a flea market and finding a good price point that they don't know who you are and they come pick it up. And then that's kind of the idea of like business in general. Like, and I'd love to go to the local mom and pop shop and support them and everything. But those brands that are like growing mid tiers, you don't know. It's hard to explain other than like you got to make a product that everybody's gonna want or a majority of people are gonna want. Because if you go niche, that's some people's lanes. That ain't my lane. I wanna meet everybody.
Yeah, man, you're trying to make money.
Yeah, I sell shirts for $15 that are embroidered. That's not a usual thing.
That's
it's rare. It's very rare because a lot of them, they'll charge you, per 1,000 stitches. They go like, oh, you should be charging people like $1.50 per 1,000 stitches. And that's just highway robbery, in my opinion. My time's valuable, materials are valuable, but not that crazy where I'm having to charge people, I don't know, like for one of my Texas Till Death shirts with just one single color, took me 15 minutes to make. I ain't gonna charge them $30, bro. Like, and embroidery lasts forever, which is another thing why I got into it.
Until you unstitch it.
Yeah, until the material falls apart.
And I'm not gonna unstitch a hat. Like you're gonna have to tip me for me. You're gonna have to give me $20 to unstitch your girlfriend's name. I tell them that at Lids all the time. I'm like, can you unstitch a name? Like,
no, dude. I've had to do that at a couple of projects, and it's terrible. And then, I'll fuck up things here and there, like hats. And instead of like unstitching them, I just stitch over it with like different art for fun. Like I do other like fun stuff with it. Like I'll have to show you this one I did. Dude, I'll do like one-on-ones.
Fabric markers are my friends. You know what I'm talking about?
Fun. Those are fun, man.
Because like, sometimes there's some strings that I just can't get. You know what I mean? I can't. You can't pick those out. You can't unstitch that. So it's like, fuck it, just color it black, color the same background as the hat,
Dude, yeah, like I
messed up a lot of hats. Like, I've been doing it for close to 4 or 5 years, somewhere around there, and like, dude, I messed up a lot of hats.
I got a stack of hats, and
but that's how you learn. You gotta fuck up. You gotta fuck up. You gotta not do that again. You know what I mean? You gotta go through 100 fuck ups too in order to like be good at something. I'm just happy I was at a place where like I could mess up and it wasn't too much of a like repercussion. It was just like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah, like cause especially like if you're working at a place like that with other people's stuff, it's like fuck, Yeah. And then me, I'm like fuck, like I just wasted like hella time and money on this. But then I figured out some fun ways of making like one-on-ones and being like, okay, I fucked up this skull. It's like half a skull, but I'll put a bumblebee on it from another embroidery that I did, and that's the fun part of me knowing my design so well and doing so many. I'll just grab and I'll throw different stuff and make a one-on-one hat that literally can't be replicated. You just can't.
Dude, I just love how you make your own files. And you're quick with it too, man. That's what I really enjoy. Like, I appreciate that.
Don't play around, man. If someone wants the help and you say you're going to help them or they pay you, then you got to get it done, some people will be fucking around and playing around, and like I said, this is my livelihood, so you can't play around with it.
Yeah, I hear that, man. Shoot. Well, I got a second. Shout out Lil Elephant. I appreciate all the stickers you make.
Shout out.
What up, Gemini Vato? I see you, bro. Thanks for always helping me out with everything. Shout out, Mans. Thanks for those eggshell stickers. I love those things. And yeah, I think that's everyone I need to shout out. Shout out Braids by Z. Thank you for always braiding me up.
I was thinking because he's the one at Lewsr Market, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like because now my hair is long enough. I feel like it's long enough.
Your hair's been long enough since I've met you, bro.
Well, now it's like it's getting long enough where I'm like, okay, I could probably get it braided. So I might tell him like, hey, like let me get braided. But there's this guy that wants to come to one of like those markets that I'm throwing. He wants to braid, and then he's asking like when's the next date, when can I pull up? So I'm like, he just wants to do free braids. I'm like, damn, I might just go get braids before Lewsr Market just to try it out. I don't know how I'm gonna undo them, but
Oh man, it's easy, bro.
okay,
It's easy.
I'll trust you on that.
That's the best part too. Like I can only do like maybe 3-4 days now. I remember I did a week one time, but man, my scalp was killing me. I don't
get
know.
like real, it gets like real tight, right?
Well, just like I don't want to have to wear a do-rag before I go to bed. I usually just pass out.
I wouldn't even.
It's
be
too much.
doing
It's
that.
too much maintenance. Like it's too much maintenance for me. That's why I just like 3-4 days. And then, bah.
Yeah, that's not my thing. I'm just like, you know, just let it free. I haven't cut my hair in 2 years, almost 2 years. So it's just like I'll let it keep it hanging. So, but I want to try braids at least once or twice, and just that's the whole reason I wanted to grow out my hair so I can do some goofy stuff with it too.
So how many hats are you dropping?
So in this line, I'm kind of tying things up. I'm probably just gonna do this like chrysanthemum type of hat. Just because that's the whole thing with like kind of it's a premier brand, but tightening like things up was like a big thing. And then what's up, bro? Good to see ya. But so like what I learned at first, what I was first doing was I was like, I'm gonna make 5 designs a season. I'm gonna do like 5 hats on, with those designs, 2 different colors, all the sizes for the shirts. And I got one machine, bro. I can't, So I tighten things up. So like this season, it's like, okay, it's gonna be all black when it comes to the shirts. The hats, they'll be pink and white and black. But yeah, like just tying things up, all black shirts, still the 5 designs, and then just do 1 design for the hat. And then I've done the other designs for hats already, like, so I'll probably bring that back like when it comes to springtime. Because like the blue bonnet, it's the same exact design but with blue bonnets. That was so popular. And
Really?
then like, yeah, I get people asking me to this day, and I'm like, you gotta wait till 2024. I ain't making that shit right now, because I don't want to be the blue bonnet guy. I want to be Texas Till Death guy. Maybe that'd be okay, but I don't need to be the blue bonnet guy and selling blue bonnets in December. I don't need to be selling blue bonnets in July. I got a lot of other stuff, and it kind of goes back to I don't want to get bored making the same fucking design every damn day, meeting those demands. I like money, but that was the I don't want to sell my soul or like sell out or whatever. It'll come back, but
No, Texas Till Death. I like that idea.
dude, I was pleasantly surprised that ain't nobody using it. No, like when you type it up in Google, you get like a comedian with like not even Texas Till Death, but like that's all you get when you Google it is like a comedian stand-up special, and that's it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna capitalize on it. And then it was just a happy accident. I just did a coffin, put a state of Texas on a coffin, said Texas Till Death, and it sold right away at the flea market. Going back to that. And
What flea market?
Yeah, Bussey's shirts.
Oh, okay. Off 35?
Yep, I cut my teeth out there from like basically all from September till December. Made shit money for months. Learned how to sell those people, how to sell that crowd, and then when you can make money out of that crowd.
How different is that market from like something in San Antonio?
Well, it's totally different when you go from because that's all about marketing and knowing your customer.
Uh-huh.
When you're going to a flea market, bro, they ain't looking for art. They ain't looking for.
They're looking for that deal,
dude. They're looking for $5 for like a huge come up, And then, you know, you got my dumb ass coming out there with, you know, $25 shirts or whatever. And then I had to learn, you know, how can I make this shirt cheaper? How can I do this? How can I do that? You know, so many variables to meet that audience. And then, you know, also grow a backbone when it comes, or thick skin, I should say, to, you know, because when you come out to like an art market out here in San Antonio and somebody comes up to you and goes, you know, hey, I'll do like $10 on your shirt, you know, my $20 shirt. You know, I could tell them fuck off, you know, or whatever the case may be, depending on the context. I guess the best I could put it is this one girl told me, can you do $20 on this shirt, on this $25 shirt? And then had the audacity to tell me I should do like higher grade garments. I'm like, you can't even afford the $25 shirt. You think I'm going to do like a $10 wholesale shirt and sell it to you for $20? Like,
oh, you gotta love people,
dude.
People, some guy was trying to haggle with me. You know where I work. I don't want to say where I work. Everyone knows where I work, but I don't want to give them shine. Anyways, so I'm at work or whatever, and this guy's just like, well, I'll give you 20. And I'm looking at him like, bro, this isn't the pulga, bro. Like, you gotta go.
It's like, this ain't no haggle. Like, yeah, I mean, at least we live in a capitalist society where you can haggle, but this ain't the spot to haggle,
Yeah,
bro.
it's like, man, you're not gonna do that. You didn't do that shit at the mall. Get out of here.
And I gotten used to haggling, so then, like, you know, some people, you know, lack of a better word of saying it or better saying, but you get butthurt about it. I don't, you know, I grew thick skin. I don't care. Like, you try to haggle me, it's whatever. But if anything, I'm better at making deals and being like, you know, somebody's like, oh, I don't know if I want this hat or this hat. Which one should I get? I'll sell both to you for 35 instead of 40. Cool, bam, done. Sold them 2 hats. I made 15 more bucks than I would have if I just made them only decide on 1 hat, you know? So, stuff like that, you know? Like, learn that in the flea market setting. These people aren't even pulling up to buy stuff from you. They're just going to look for deals and deals and deals. And then, it just gave me time to build a asset library of like stuff to print out. And then I went out to San Antonio and just went to a market, met my friend Valerie, Chief Lotta and Co. She does a lot of anime markets and a lot of cool stuff, and started markets with her and meeting other people, and just grew because I guess I'm a cool enough guy, at least I tried to be, to talk to people, you know? So,
yeah.
I mean, that's how I met you. Was well, it was funny because I knew Monica, but she didn't even know it was me. It was word of mouth. And then she just hits me up on my business page and just like, hey, you want to come out to Lone Star Market that we're doing? And I'm like, do you not know who the fuck this is? And then it was just funny because I was just like, hey, it's Joey. And then, you know, it was funny just reconnecting with her after like, I don't know, like a decade.
Oh, wow.
And then, yeah, it'd been a fat minute.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
the homie right there. That's
dude,
funny.
she's dope, man. So it was just funny reconnecting with her. And I mean, that kind of goes that testament of like word of mouth goes like a long way, obviously, but it's a slow grind too. And, you know, I had to cut my teeth out there before I even wanted to come out here and, you know, get used to that. And then I'm still learning every day, still growing, getting experience, but at least I can say I'm not the new kid on the block anymore. And I got a year. At least, you know, technically, I guess in San Antonio, I got like,
I mean, the work's clean.
months.
It's great. Like, your design's stitched great.
I try, man. You know, I appreciate it, you know.
I mean, and I'm kind of like a snob when it comes to that shit because I see a lot of weird designs.
Yeah, I won't drop any names, but there's people locally that do it, and then it's like, you know, I can see like the outline of the stitch, like you didn't set it right, and then that's the kind of stuff like I just have too high of a bar where it's like I cannot sell that, and then I trash it, or I make it like a 101 and I do like crazy shit to it. So, you know, I fucked it up. I wasted my time. I might as well make it look even more fucked up and have fun with it. And then I grow and I learn how to, you know, paint stuff, doing that. You know, got spray paints and been having fun with that lately, and tie-dyeing stuff, and just learning how to, you know, I fucked it up, but how can I make it not fucked up?
Yeah.
I guess that's the way I try to do it.
Yeah, man, we got to learn from those mistakes. I know that one all too well. So
Mistakes make you.
What do you have planned for the future for Texas Till Death?
So I mean, overall, when it comes to the Texas Till Death brand, it's definitely business to business. That I want to scale up so I can make, a lot of money, and I guess the philosophy I've had, even wanting to be a business owner, was get big enough and know how to scale big enough to give other people opportunities and working with me or working for me, and restructuring the way people get paid. It's a philosophy of mine that I'm very passionate about. So, everybody knows how it is when it comes to the corporate wants to pay you the least amount and squeeze you for the most work, right?
Yeah.
That's the philosophy of capitalism, and I want to meet capitalism in the middle of you got to be worth your money though. So like an example is I worked in kitchens, and it doesn't matter if that $7.25, that minimum wage that I'm making, if we have zero business or I'm making the business $3,000 an hour, I'm making the same pay. And I want to restructure the way people get paid to when we have good business and you're contributing to that business, you get a fair pay for that. And it's a lot more work. It's a lot more of a headache to do that. And, it's basically like contract of some sort to do that. But that was a philosophy that I wanted. And, Texas Till Death could bring me there if I could scale it right and, do business to business, scale it up, and then being able to, pay people whether they sell the items. And I'd be like, hey, for every item you sell, and that's more of like a generic one, like every item you sell, you get that money. And then, but also producing it for me, then you get X amount of dollars. Just something a lot more fair. That was a philosophy of mine that I want to ingrain in any business I do. But that's like the plans for like Texas Till Death when it comes to expanding business to business, trying to get it all around Texas eventually, which obviously is going to take a while. But giving other people opportunities to grow with Texas Till Death is a big thing. And as long as you love Texas, then you're in,
So if they want to get a hat, how can they get a hat? Is there a website or anything like that?
Yeah, you can go to Joey's Embroidery that I showed earlier.
Back to the QR code.
Yeah, you can get to that QR code. Just timestamp or go Joey's Embroidery on Instagram. I got my website on there. I didn't buy a domain name. It's like joeysembroidery.squarespace.com or whatever. But then that or pop-ups. I do pop-ups all throughout San Antonio mostly.
You got anything set coming up September? What you doing in September? Any pop-ups
Freaking a lot, man. I'm usually booked out like typically 2 to 3 weeks at the least. The one spot you can always find me is Snake Hill Social Club. The homies there, Jesse the owner, he's a real good friend.
What up, Jess?
Shout out Jess, man. Shout out Jess. I'll be running the Sunday markets, the brunch time, like 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. I curate the artists there every Sunday. And then I am co-hosting with one of my friends, Tia, but otherwise, she gets like one day of the month. Otherwise, I'm curating the people. I'm always looking for new artists, always looking for new vendors. As long as you make your own stuff, or, even if you don't make your own stuff, because we're going to do like a vintage market,
Oh, yeah.
If you hit the theme that I'm looking for, to generalize it. But, hey, if you're a local person that sells stuff, then pull up, hit me up on Instagram too. And then I'm always at like Brick for Chief Lotta & Co.'s events. Tough Love Cookie at Jefferson Bodega. We got like Pokemon.
What up, Luke?
Coming up.
Luke is one of my favorite
shout
people.
out. Yeah, I saw that podcast. And yeah, he's a dope guy. And I always like saying hi to him and his wife every time I'm up there.
Dude, I think they still have 2 of them. I gave them 2 picks. They had them up in the market for a minute. I haven't been there in a while though. I need to go get some munchies.
I don't think they ever take anything down in that store, man. It's always up there. And I mean, they're cool people, and they're super supportive.
Yeah, dude.
And then, but I would say if even timeless outside of September, if you're ever looking, Snake Hill Sundays, that's a thing that we're trying to build. We've already had good turnout when I'm in charge and, promoting and marketing it. And then also I'm working on, it used to be called Art Box, but Cold Start Dabco over there at Oscar La Tienda.
Oh, okay,
We're trying to revive the Last Friday markets over there. So we're going to be starting that in September. And then I'm curating the artists there with the owner, Aaron, and his homie. And so we'll be doing vendors, live art. When it comes to, I think it's on canvas, but they might be doing murals here and there too, like maybe every few months, because they want to keep the murals up. They don't like to take down the murals.
Yeah.
It's a good problem to have, but we want live art going on. So we'll have like live art, we'll have music, a live dab bar.
Oh, wow.
And because they're a smoke shop now. And then so like, of course, come on through to Cold Start Dab and get your smoking needs over there. But yeah, we'll have a lot of fun over there, and I love Cynthia over there at Oscar La Tiendas, and they're good people too. So we're just trying to, I would say the big thing is like I'm trying to run my own stuff too, just like how y'all did with Lone Star. I think it's important to if you know what you're doing, help other people out that are just starting out or don't want to.
I just wanted a place to show my art consistently, because I get tired of like, I don't want to put my art in anyone else's hands. Like, I want to keep it in my hands. I want to be in control of how I show it, how I print it out. I'm a control freak when it comes to my shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to get a grip on that. I need to tighten up on that, because I feel like I've let loose a little this past couple months. But hey, everything's a learning experience. I'm grateful for everything that I go through.
I feel you on that.
But yeah, that's why me, Monica, and JR initially started Lone Star Market, just so we could show off our pictures somewhere like First Friday in, Lone Star District of town, like.
Y'all put on a great event, man.
I can't wait for the next one in October. We're going to figure out how to get it spooky. And one more time, if they want to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you?
You hit me up. We'll do, if I can even grab it in time. But, at Joey's Embroidery on Instagram, that's the number one spot you can find me on Instagram. That's apparently that's what all the artists do nowadays, go on Instagram, and you got you can line it up. But Joey's Embroidery, scan the QR code if you ain't on your phone already, and just hit me up, say what's up, find out what I'm doing next. That's the most important thing. Come out to Snake Hill Sunday. I would say that's the biggest thing, most consistent thing you'll see me at. And, it's a guarantee. I love them over there.
Well, I appreciate you coming on. It's about that time. If you listen this long, I love you. Don't do anything I would do.
Stay out of trouble.
Hey!